So today we are going to be talking about the Lazy Girl's Guide to Skincare. When I say lazy, I more mean maybe you just don't have the time to dedicate to a full-blown skincare routine. I totally get it. There are busy parents out there. Sometimes you just don't have the time in your schedule or routine to do a full-blown skincare routine or research thousands of products. So today I partnered with KAHI to share with you guys some of my tips for convenient skincare usage. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first tip that I'm gonna share with you guys is one of the reasons that KAHI stands out to me and that I love them for, and that is to find a vehicle of skincare that you find most convenient. And KAHI is definitely known for their convenient skincare products. Obviously, they are a balm format, which for me is very convenient because it takes a lot of the extra thought out of applying a skincare product. Number one, you can throw these in anywhere, your purse, your car, your bedside table, and they're not going to spill. And you can also use them without having to apply your dirty fingers on your face, because sometimes we get into situations where we would like to reapply, say like an SPF when we're out and about, but maybe we don't have a sink near us to wash our hands. So this way you can get your skincare in without even having to touch your face with your hand. Now, this is the original balm from KAHI. This is the Wrinkle Bounce Multi Balm. This is what blew up, became really popular, was a viral skincare product that you couldn't even get your hands on at one point because they sold millions of these sticks at one point. So much so that you probably even saw them if you're into Korean culture, like on Korean K-dramas or, on your favorite Korean beauty YouTubers' YouTube channels. I even noticed some other brands like trying to come out with like dupe or copycat products, but this is the original balm product. Now, besides being ultra nourishing and minimizing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, this contains ingredients like salmon complex, fermented jeju oil, and flumexol. They really designed this with the idea of being able to use it at all states of the day, whether you're using it at night for that nourishing property or using it in the morning to kind of smooth out the face and give yourself a nice base for makeup. So I like that they not only have it in a very convenient format, but they've designed it so you can literally apply it on at any time of the day. Now, that goes into my next tip when it comes to a lazy girl's guide for skincare, is to actually find products that are all-in-one type products. So in finding all-in-one type products, you basically minimize the amount of products you need in your skincare routine, and therefore minimizing the steps, the layers, all that kind of stuff that I think gets a little overwhelming when it comes to skincare. Now, I talked about the multi-balm, but moving into the Extend C Balm, something like this is going to not only be your moisturizer, but also your treatment. Now, this contains vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid, and ascorbic acid is one of those forms of stabilized vitamin C that has been researched a ton. So I always feel a little bit better when I see that form of vitamin C in skincare products because I know there's a lot of science backing it. Now, the vitamin C in this has been stabilized by actually pulverizing it into really, really fine particles. They're then double coated so that it minimizes the contact with not only the oil in this, but also the air. On top of that, it has opaque packaging, so it has even less light entering the product itself. And because it's just like an easy balm format, I just apply it all over my skin in the morning after I've splashed a little water on my face. And then I've not only moisturized my skin, but I have treated it with vitamin C. Now, like I said, I enjoy using all-in-one type products. And the Aqua Balm is actually, I think, my favorite of the balms because it is the all-in-one of the products, I feel like. Now, this not only moisturizes, it protects because this has an SPF. It has an SPF 50 plus, PA quadruple plus, but it also primes the skin for makeup because both the Extend C Balm and the Aqua Balm have a little bit more of like a velvety soft finish. Again, KAHI designed it so that they not only layer nicely on top of each other, but they layer nicely under the makeup that you're gonna apply for the day if you're gonna apply makeup. Honestly, I like the finish of this so much. Sometimes I just apply these and go and not even put makeup on, but I like that I can also apply makeup on top and it doesn't feel heavy. So I like that these are all-in-one type products. I kind of hit all my bases in the morning, and I just, like I said, I'm done in 30 seconds. And by the way, I know this is something we always have to consider when it comes to SPF products. There's no white cast in this whatsoever. Now, my next tip is going to be to schedule seamlessly. Now, I say this because I think a lot of people assume in a skincare routine, you have to set aside time to do your full skincare routine. And for me, I really don't do that. I just kind of like schedule it in between my nighttime routine or my morning routine, things I'm doing anyway, so that I'm kind of like adding the steps in as I go, just like seamlessly integrating. So typically what a morning routine looks like for me, I splash a little water onto my face. I actually don't use cleanser in the morning. Then I floss my teeth. Following that, I apply the Extend C Balm for my vitamin C for the day. Then I brush my teeth. And then after I've brushed my teeth, so 2 minutes later, I go in and apply the Aqua Balm for my sun protection. And then I'm done. So my whole like brushing my teeth / putting my skincare routine on takes probably like 5 minutes or so, and then I'm good to go with all that stuff. It's definitely a myth that you have to set aside time for skincare. If you can find ways to kind of like squeeze it in little sections into your normal routine, I feel like that's the easiest way to get it in without noticing it and still having beautiful skin. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, not all of us have time to research a ton of different skincare products or ingredients. And some of us frankly just don't want to, and that's totally fine. We each have like our likes and dislikes. So one thing that I definitely recommend is to just like stick to the hero ingredients that work for a lot of different skin types. So one of the hero ingredients, I've preached about this on my channel 1,000 times, is vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of those skincare ingredients that a lot of skin types benefit from. It helps with pigmentation issues. It can help even out the skin tone. It helps prevent and treat fine lines. It helps prevent damage from the sun. It helps prevent damage from free radicals. It's just one of those ingredients that I think pretty much everyone should be using and can benefit from. Vitamin C is kind of like diet for me. Like, I want to be healthy, but I don't want to put a ton of time into like researching foods or diets and things like that. It can get overwhelming, and a lot of times it just goes over my head. When I'm looking to eat healthy, I know broccoli is healthy, I know spinach is healthy. There's like staples that I know that are healthy for pretty much everyone. Vitamin C is like that for your skin. And on top of that, another ingredient which I would say is something that you should always be using and everyone should be using is SPF. I don't even know if that's technically an ingredient since it's probably multiple ingredients, but just SPF in general is something everyone should be using. You should always be protecting your skin as much as you can. Something like this, throw it in your purse, apply it on in the morning, take it with you. It's easy and you'd be good to go. Focus on a couple that are well researched, that you know are good for a lot of different skin types, and just work with those. This is something I'm definitely guilty of, and something, like I said, if skincare is not something that you want to prioritize or you're feeling a little lazy about it, whatever it is, it's totally fine. But skip the unnecessary steps. This is one of those things that I know when looking at routines online. I know I have routines online and my routines are multiple steps. That's something that works for me, and even then, sometimes I go through phases in my life where I'm not doing that many steps in one night or morning. So skip the unnecessary steps. If you're the type of person that your skin does not need to be exfoliated every other day, skip it. If you're the type of person like me who has like dry, sensitive skin, I don't need to use a cleanser on my skin in the morning. I just splash some water on my face. I'm good to go. Don't feel like you have to fill in like steps to hit like a 10 to 12 step skincare routine just because that's supposed to be the norm. Go with what works for your skin, skip the unnecessary steps. I feel like in this video, we've had a lot of self-realization, and that is going to go into my last tip, is know yourself and know how to help yourself. If you are the type of person that you cannot be bothered at the end of the night, you're lucky if you make it to your bed. Make it easier for yourself. Implant a little help in your bedside table, whether that's having like a bottle of micellar water next to your bed or having your moisturizers next to your bed. Trust me, if it's closer to you and more convenient, you're more likely to use it. Morgan in the moment is much happier. Morgan in the future is much happier. I just gotta find ways to kind of help myself and know what will work for me. I'm sometimes guilty of not always reapplying my SPF protection when I'm out in the sun all day. But if I have something like this in my purse, which I can just keep and leave in my purse, I'm much more likely to touch up. Having something like this is super convenient because, like I was saying earlier, you don't even have to use your hands with it. You can literally just like dab it onto your skin and it won't disturb your makeup too much and you'll be good to go. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the bombs that I mentioned from KAHI, I'll go ahead and put links down in the description box below. They are available on Amazon, Olive Young, and they also have a website that you can purchase these from. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have some lazy skincare hacks. I feel like I'm always on the hunt for these because I utilize them myself And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!